Happy Thursday. I am so glad that you are here. On Tuesday, we were talking about the phrase of sad, depressed, melancholy Christians and how they are false advertising. I agree with that and I don't agree with that because genuine feelings, you're not going to be happy all the time. The difference between false advertising and reality is that we don't stay stuck in the depressed. We don't stay stuck in the melancholy. We don't stay stuck in the bad mood or the criticism. Today I want to talk about two different main reasons or two different main ways of how you can get unstuck. I've gone through so many seasons in my life where I've been depressed, where I've been sad, where I've felt hopeless and discouraged. And I didn't feel like there was going to be a way out. I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I didn't want to stay there. I didn't want to stay stuck and I didn't want to stay sad. One, it's depressing to live that way day after day after day. And two, God offers us hope. He gives us peace and He wants us to live with joy. But it's a choice. It is definitely a choice, and it's one that we have to choose to make. So what I did to help me get unstuck was, first and foremost, I went to God and I filled up with Him. That looks different for so many people. Regular devotions, getting into the Word and reading His Word is a huge, wonderful way to fill up with God and to learn His characteristics. When we truly learn who God is, then we can truly believe God's promises that are sprinkled throughout the Bible. They're all over. His promises are real. He's not going to go back on His word. So if He says He'll never leave us or forsake us, He'll never leave us or forsake us. If He says don't worry, that He'll take care of us, then He'll take care of us. If He says that He's our provider, Jehovah Jireh, He's our provider. If He says that He's Jehovah Rapha, our healer, then He's Jehovah Rapha. And if He says that He's our peace, Jehovah Shalom, then He's our peace. He gives us a peace that passes all understanding. Those are just some of the many, many promises that God gives. And when we read them ourselves and we put them in our heart, plant them in our heart, it changes us. It makes a difference. It's better than just sitting and listening to a pastor on a Sunday morning tell us about his promises. But when we read them for ourselves and hide them in our heart, it changes us. So first and foremost, having your own devotions. If it's too hard for you to do on your own, then I suggest getting one or two close Christ-following friends to do it with you. You can join a Sisters in Christ. You can ask God for your own sister in Christ, and you can start a Bible study with her. It's a wonderful way to grow together, to grow in the Bible. I have a Bible study myself that I do with two women, and I'll tell you what, I have learned so much more from the Bible doing it that way, and we go slowly. We do a chapter a day, Monday through Friday, nice and easy. It gives us time to catch up on the weekends. We're not rushing through, but we're actually really listening and paying attention to and pondering the words that we're reading. I have learned so much, not just from reading it myself, but then discussing it with them. They have different insights than I do. They see different things than I do, and it's wonderful. So that's one way, is growing closer to God. So not just having devotions, but praise and worship. Do you like music? I love music. Music speaks to me so deeply. And so when I put on praise and worship music, whether it's in the background, whether it's front and center and I'm singing along, it changes me. It draws me closer to God. It reminds me of those promises that we've been talking about. It reminds me of how much He loves me, and it reminds me that He cares. So that's the first way. The first key is to fill up with God. Learn who He is, and then abide in Him. And abiding in Him just basically means friend to friend, sitting there sharing life together, doing life together, looking around and seeing Him in the everyday, seeing Him all day, every day, wanting to be with you, wanting to take care of you, wanting to reassure you, wanting to comfort you. And He's better than just a friend because He's God. So that means that He is all powerful and He can do anything. Whether He'll answer the prayers that you want Him to answer, the way that you want Him to answer, or whether He'll answer them the best way, He's still answering. That's where trust and faith and all those things come in, and we can talk about that on another day. But the second key is, once we've filled up with God, to then look around, look up and look around and see how we can bless somebody else. There is always somebody that can be blessed, whether it's somebody at a grocery store where you're going out to your car and you see an elderly person or somebody who needs extra help putting their groceries in their trunk, whether somebody has dropped something, you can just takes 5 minutes to hand somebody something, pick something up for somebody. Those are just small examples. Other ways that you can bless people is to offer to babysit or bake them something that to just cheer them up, or bake them something as a congratulations for some good news that they received. Write a note. I know a lot of people don't do that very much anymore, but you know how awesome it is to get a handwritten note in the mail? I love it. It doesn't happen very often, which is probably why I love it so much. You could start with your family. Blessing somebody doesn't have to be big and huge and extravagant and full of money. It can be as simple as stopping what you're doing and reading a book to your child, or stopping what you're doing and playing a game outside, or stopping what you're doing and sitting and really listening to somebody, sending a text to just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. The ways that you can bless people are as creative as you want to get. So those are the keys that I want to explain, or that I want to encourage you with today. If you're feeling depressed, discouraged, heavy-hearted, if you just need some hope, then fill up with God, and then look up and see who you can bless, who you can pass that blessing on to others. And it really does fill you with joy and peace and hope and love. It really does help turn your mood around. It worked for me, and I would love for you to write in the comments how it works for you, what you were able to do, and how it made you feel. Again, Sisters in Christ, it's a book that was recently published. It's on Amazon. It is free on Kindle Unlimited. Check it out. It will help build a community and help bring that encouragement that everybody needs into their lives. If you want to do the Jesus in the Everyday membership instead, there's songs, there's prayers, there's inspirational messages, there's all kinds of goodies and extras. Head over to SherrySwalwell.com, click on the Jesus in the Everyday link, or if you want encouragement through a podcast, click on the Cheer Up Podcast link. If you liked this video, hit like. If you would subscribe, I would appreciate it. And if you click on the bell, then you'll get notified when new videos are uploaded. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you again next Tuesday. Have a great day.